Hello from the Moonraker Mudlarks, and today we've come back to a newish area for us, and we've brought our friends, the brilliant West Country Mudlarks, who are just over there with Dave. And there they are, getting ready for an amazing day's dig. So, let's get on with the adventure. First find of the day, a little button. So I've chosen my spot and I'll famously stick to it. Just looking around. There's lots of surface things here to look at. This caught my eye. What's that over there? So lots of nice pottery here. So have a little scrape about here and see what I can see. Fingers crossed, there's lots of lovely treasures to find here. Just took out this chain. I think it will be copper. I bet that'll clean up beautifully. Not quite sure what it would have been for, but feels nice. Yeah.
Got the find. Find the spot. There.
Oh my god. How many baby lid ever?
And Ian's just found a very tiny little lid.
Tiny. What's that?
And this is a teeny tiny, clean it up, teeny tiny marmite. Teeny tiny one.
Tiny little lid.
What is it? Oh, you can camera. I thought you had something.
I'm filming you. And Dave's just found teeny tiny marmite.
Teeny tiny one.
Let's see. Oh yeah. It's so small I can't see it. And well, so far I've found an ink, but it's dinked. And a little bottle, machine made. And a paste jar. It just popped out. Ooh. I have a marble. Oh, and it's a clear with white swirls on it. Oh, lovely. Oh, I'm so happy with that. What a lovely little marble. Oh, amazing.
I just pulled this one out. And yes, Scots emulsion. So that's quite a nice screw top, but still quite a nice bit of age to it. Lovely.
Just uncovered this gorgeous little bottle, and on the bottom it says DeWitt. So it does have embossing on there. Fun to find out what was in this one. Just had this pop out of me. Let's give it a quick clean up and see what it is. I think it might be a kiln lid. Yep, it's a kiln lid. Brilliant. I've uncovered a bit of a seam here. I can see a couple of bottles sticking out. So fingers crossed they might be something interesting. I don't know. You never know in this game. But let's see. Let's dig them out and see what I've found. So here they are. One's bottled by Jay's. The other ones are viral but broken, so that'll definitely be staying here because we've got plenty of those. And a broken, probably whiskey bottle.
Yeah, just digging a little hole here. Just dug this one out. That's a nice aqua. It's got some bubbles in the glass and some like bumpy marks in the glass. Don't know if you can see that. Oh, just there. Wait, is it? I'm not sure if that's from when they were making it or what it is, but I'll clean it up when we get home. But it's quite a nice old one. Also dug out a couple of these ones out. They'll be coming home as well. A little caster, ceramic caster as well. And Jackie's over in a little hole over there. And then we have Ian of West Country there. And Louise has gone on an expedition somewhere.
A nice vulcanite in situ. We always love a vulcanite. I've just dug out a tiny little toothbrush, or would have been a toothbrush. I think it does have a make on there, so that'll be great to have a look at later and find a bit of history on that too. It's quite small. I don't know if you can see that at the back. That looks interesting. Let's see what that is. Well, it was nothing. Just a bit of glass with yellow paint on the back. Never mind.
I just cleaned them off. Just dug this one out. Teapot lid. Quite an unusual pattern. Sort of creamy brown and blue. Quite a nice pattern. I expect Jackie would like that one.
Just discovered this lid. I'm not sure it's plastic or Bakelite, but it says boots on there. I've just discovered what I think is a little tin. So I'm just going to have a little clean and see if I can discover any writing on it. Well, it does, but I don't think after we've cleaned it up we're going to be able to tell what was in there. But I'll take it home and give it a good go. There might be too much corrosion under there to be able to see. We'll have to find out.
And just rolled down the pile. Nice little ink. Lovely.
Just found a vintage, I think, Bakelite razor. Great for the old vintage finds in this little area we're at today. Awesome.
And put this one out the undergrowth. And it's a health mineral waters Nelsie embossed on there, so that's a nice bottle. And a few of the other things it's found. Let's see what else we can find.
So this hole is really making me work for any finds today, but I have found this, a lanola, the hands and face. I think we have had one of these before, but I'm sure I'll be able to find out a bit about this one. At last, something worth showing. A poison, and it's aqua. Doesn't say poisonous, doesn't say not to be taken, but it's still a lovely find. Very happy with that.
And the one just here. He's coming out. That's a nice hoodish one. I've still got fluid in the bottom. Oh, hang on. Give a wipe. How's that? Trips. Oh, there we go. Liquid fruta, fluid, fruitier. Coffee cure. Oh, that's a nice little bottle. It's a nice find. There we go.
Uncovered this, bit more modern. Says McLean's Limited on the bottom. Cleaning detergent, probably from the 50s.
Try this one out. Nice little screw top. Close tapped. Just tried this out. I didn't think much of it. Thought it was a broken neck off of a bottle. But on closer inspection, it's a tiny little glass. Slight bit of chipping on the bottom. Nice little pattern around it. It's a little glass. So we'll clean that up and you can see that in our roundup.
I said this hole's really making me work. I found a beer, but there's nothing on it. That's going in my bag. Lots of paste pots, lots of milk jars, a few of these little whiskey flasks, small ones, and apothecary bottles, jars. On we get going. I got very excited when I saw this in the ground. I thought it was going to be some kind of nice pot. No. Bloody U-bend off of a toilet. Great. Wow. Still digging. Just discovered this. It's let's put it over there. Jar. Nice shape. Look at that. We haven't got any like this. I might take it back.
Just those caps in the hole in. These two fell down. It's a complete glass dishes. I don't know. So that's quite a good find. See if anything else falls down.
This has just popped out. It says carefully prepared by Key Bells. Derby. What is that? It's clear. So yeah. There you go.
Ian's just had a shout there. Oh, look at that lovely little stoneware. Oh, ho, ho, ho.
Find of the day for me so far.
It's got the top on still.
Yeah. That's a screw top. I found a bigger one like this. And they're screw tops, and I've never seen stoneware screw tops before.
Oh,
but yeah.
That's nice.
Well check it out.
Well, that's a good find.
Okay.
Great find.
So out pops a Bristol United beer. Nice. And I think this may have been either a set of dentures or maybe a brace. I don't know. It's very red. Yucky. So this has just popped out. Not quite sure what it says, but it will be something I can find out later. Hang on, I'm being called. Hello?
Same
Jackie
that she's been working on.
Jackie in her hole. Where are you going to? My God, that's like a blooming.
I went that way first. Now I've filled that in because that went under there and I've gone that way.
It's like you've dug a Grand Canyon.
Feel like it.
That's like the English tunnel, isn't it?
Channel Tunnel.
Channel tunnel, that's
That's the one. Yeah, well done you. Look at that big hole you've dug.
That for hardly anything.
Oh, you've got some.
Yeah,
nice
you've got some
finds
nice
there.
finds
You
though.
have got some nice finds.
I just took out this ground top and this one, lovely aqua colour, big panel pickle I expect. So a few other little bottles and bits and pieces there, and a little lens, probably out of a picture frame, probably a portrait picture frame. And there, apothecary chemist vial there, and a few other bottles over there, and we'll go through them all in the roundup at the end of the video.
This has just popped out. Either some kind of pulley, maybe off of a toy, I'm not sure, or is it a tap from a valve? I don't know. Probably is actually. We'll clean it up and find out. At last, a little stopper. I'm just looking at a seam over there, and this popped out. Always a good day when you find a stopper. Isn't this absolutely darling? A little teapot. Missing its handle, but I don't mind. I like it when I find other things that aren't bottles. I do like finding the bottles, but I like finding the other things too. So yeah, very happy with that. So, hey, almost got an entire teacup. I think I'm going to call it a day now because I'm really very tired. Oh, so yeah, I've got lots of nice little bottles. Nothing, you know, a few embossed, lots of sauce bottles. The usual Foster Clark lemonade. Found a viral with a lid still in situ. And yeah, lots and lots of things and treasures. So I'm going to fill this hole in to make it nice and safe and call it a day because I'm really rather tired. What are you doing?
Jackie in a roll.
Oh, what?
Jackie in a roll.
Oh, my big hole.
That is a good one, yeah.
My back suddenly, now I've stopped, my back's gone.
Yeah. It's when
Jackie,
you stop, isn't it?
Jackie, what have you been doing all day?
Is that all?
Oh, he's behind that.
Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel.
I hate it so much that I am actually speechless. But here I am with my least favourite part of the hobby. Cleaning, cleaning, cleaning. I hate cleaning. Hello and welcome to our roundup, and as usual we really hope that you enjoyed that video. So let's go and have a closer look at some of these finds. So down here we have a little collection of Bakelite. So here's that Boots Bakelite lid. A lovely Bakelite safety razor, unbranded, so I can't tell you anything about the manufacturer. And a tortoiseshell toothbrush. Now it does have a company on there, a brand, but I can't quite make out what it is or what it says. possibly a child's toothbrush here. Absolutely lovely, came up really well. We have a couple of lids. Look how beautiful that cleaned up. And a nice plain brown one. It's a Kilner lid here. Got a few of these now. Here we have a lovely little copper lid. It would have sat on top of a kind of cosmetic jar. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any writing on there to distinguish the brand, but never mind. Here we have a lovely brass pulley. Has some nice detail in there as well. You can just about make out some writing on this when it's wet. Unfortunately, it's just too far corroded to be able to find out what. But my husband believes that this will probably have contained snuff. And some kind of chainmail. Be brass or copper. No, copper, sorry. And yeah, I have no idea what that would have been for. Some kind of decoration. We have that lovely dish. It is a bit thick, or it might be a bit frosted. I'm not quite sure. Maybe a bit of both. And over to the other one. This is really cute. It's a real shame that it's been dinked on the bottom. Some little keepsake. Little pint mug. We have some other bottles. This one is lovely. There's lots of bubbles in it. There we go. And here is, I think, my star find of the day. A gorgeous aqua poison, though has no writing on there. And it still had its cork in it. A couple of stoppers and a marble. There's the marble that I found. A couple of glass stoppers. One's not in great nick, unfortunately. And there's the vulcanite that I found, which was in the top of the broken bottle. Look at this. Isn't that lovely? What a beautiful colour. And then over to my little teapot. Another, I think, star find. If I wasn't looking for bottles, I'd be very happy with this. Unfortunately, though, the handle had broken. We have some little ambers here. This one says clotabs. Now, clotabs is a common name for chlorine tablets, so it would be some kind of sterilising tablet in there. I couldn't find anything that actually said clotabs as a brand name, unfortunately. Here's Dave's gorgeous little sampler Marmite pot. This one is a lovely colour and it has a horseshoe on the bottom, but I can't find anything about what would have been in that particular little pill bottle. And then we've got this gorgeous black glass bottle with a metal top, and it has Savile along the bottom. So this would have contained an aftershave called Mischief by Savile, and after this clip Dave will give you some information.
Savile Mischief, launched in 1935 by Savile, England. This wonderful perfume bottle of Mischief would have been housed in a Bakelite black top hat. The bottle is made of black glass and slightly angular shape. It has a chrome screw lid with black banding. It was also available with an engagement diary.
Here's a nice embossed bottle here with Scots emulsion on it. We have found a couple of these before, but after this clip, here's a bit of history.
In 1873, Alfred B. Scott came to New York City and along with partner Samuel W. Bone began experimenting to produce a less nauseating preparation of cod liver oil. 3 years later, they established the firm of Scott and Bone and began marketing their product as Scott's Emulsion. Scott and Bone's first trademark, registered in 1879, included the initials P, P and P, and 3 words: perfect, permanent and palatable. The mark reflected their perfect formula, a permanent emulsion that is one that would not separate, and most important, a palatable one. One advertisement proclaimed, "You do not get the taste at all, because the little drops of oil are covered over in glycerine, just as the pills are covered in sugar or gelatine." Palatable as milk became a key tagline in Scott's advertising. The man with the fish on his back appeared on Scott's Emulsion around 1884 and became Scott and Bone's trademark in 1890. As Scott told it, he saw this fisherman with his record-breaking catch while on business in Norway. A photographer was quickly found to record the scene. Later, the photo was faithfully reproduced and registered as the company's trademark. Scott's Emulsion weathered the changes in medical knowledge, therapeutic practice and cultural preference. Still produced today in much the same formula.
This one has Famil brand syrup on there. It's so lovely when you find the embossed ones.
Famil, a cough syrup that was registered in the early 1950s, was marketed as the finest first aid for coughs. It was also recommended to take the syrup at bedtime in hot milk, and was a way to get a peaceful, cough-free night's sleep.
This little unassuming little bottle has DeWitt on the bottom. And after this clip, I'll share a bit of history.
DeWitt. This bottle would have contained DeWitt's kidney and bladder pills, prepared by E.C. DeWitt & Co. Limited of Croydon between 1920 and 1960. Aimed at adults and children above the age of 8, DeWitt's kidney and bladder pills were intended to ease backaches, aches and pains in the muscles, and kidney problems. They are typical of a huge range of treatments that were available over the counter at pharmacists for many years. It is not known how effective pills were, but the label assures people not to be alarmed if their urine takes on a bluish colour after taking a dose.
Another one I think we've had before, but this is in much better condition than the one we found about 18 months ago. And it says La Rolla for the face and hands.
La Rolla, made by the company Beetham, was a cosmetic tonic for the face and hands and was manufactured around 1930. It was marketed to protect the skin from icy winds and frequent temperature changes.
This lovely aqua bottle says Heath mineral water Nelsey, and there is actually some very interesting history about this bottle, and it turns out this will probably be quite a rare example.
Heath mineral water, and possibly a rare bottle. Thatcher's Brewery was founded in 1740, operating on the site that is now Heath Road and Friendship Road. Glass blowing is an occupation in which there is a need to replenish water lost due to the heat of the furnaces. The brewery therefore flourished when the glassworks were established in 1788 by supplying drinks to the glass workers. The Glasshouse Inn was therefore established to serve the workers, and 70 years later the name was changed to the Friendship. The brewery also began to produce lemonade with the slogans Heath for Health. Several bottles have been recovered on the site bearing the name Heath's Mineral Water Nelsey. The local glassworks closed in 1873.
Here's one of my finds, carefully prepared by K Bells of Derby. First one we found like this. This one says Liqua Fruta. Definitely haven't had one of these before. And after this clip is a bit of history.
Liquifruta was a cough syrup patented in 1902 by one William Homeyard. Liquifruta first came to the market in 1902 as Mother Job's liquid fruit cough cure, sold by Mother Job's Cure Laboratories and sold at 2 shillings and 9p. Described as a dark brown, rather thick liquid smelling like a mixture of garlic or onion and peppermint, or alternatively tasting like creosote and licorice, Liquifruta was manufactured in Camberwell in London for more than 30 years.
This little jar turned out to be quite interesting. It says Barker Dobson.
Joseph Dobson's career began in a grocery shop on Henry Street, Liverpool in 1834. However, he was declared bankrupt in 1841. Using his wife's maiden name, he started up another trade called Barker and Dobson in 1844, with the business relocating to Paradise Street, Liverpool. Once again, Dobson found himself bankrupt in 1861. One of the trustees of the business was George Bassett, who was a confectioner at Sheffield, and he saved the company. Barker and Dobson relocated to Duke Street in Liverpool 1870, and the main part of business now was to import French confectionery. The business was eventually taken back by Henry Dobson Jacobson, the grandson of Joseph Dobson, in 1889. Under his leadership, he relocated business to Hope Street and entered into the production of confectionery and chocolate, and over 100 people were employed by 1897. The Barker and Dobson brand is currently owned by the Tangerine Confectionery in the United Kingdom, although it has been inactive over recent years.
This one here says McLean's Limited along the bottom, and I'm wondering whether that would have contained some kind of mouthwash. Last but not least, I didn't find this bottle on this trip, but I found it on the last trip and forgot to pick it up. Unfortunately, it's broken, but I just wanted to bring it back to show you because these are quite interesting bottles, and hopefully I will find one day a complete sample. Thank you everyone for watching our video. I'd again like to say a big thank you to everybody who's supported us, subscribers old and new, and also the lovely mudlarking community. Did you know we've also got a paranormal channel? Ghost hunting is Dave and I first love, and we did have a paranormal channel which we've had to start all over again. So if you want to head over to Twilight Shadows Paranormal, here it is, and subscribe, we will be bringing you lots of new lovely content in the very near future.
We are giving our giveaway winner one more week to claim their prize. If it is not claimed in 7 days, we will be redrawing the winner. Please watch your last video to see who the winner is.